I'm Jimmy O Yang, and I play Willis Wu in Interior Chinatown.
Hi, everyone. My name's Taika Waititi, from New Zealand, 49, Leo.
I'm Chloe Bennett, and I play Lana Lee.
I'm Ryan Chan, I play Fei Joy.
This interview is for Interior Chinatown, new series that's coming to Hulu, if you must know.
I'm Archie Kao, I play Uncle Wong.
Hi, I'm Tai Ma, Joe Wu.
And I was a writer and an EP. Oh no, I was a director. I was a writer previous in a different job. In this job, and this particular thing, I won an Oscar for that. Sorry, I didn't know. I was trying to.
My name is Sullivan Jones, and I play Miles Turner on Interior Chinatown.
And I'm Lisa Gilroy, and I play Detective Sarah Green.
Hey, do it.
And I was a director and EP on this show. What did you do? I was always wondering what your role was.
I sat next to you.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
I'm Charles Yu. I wrote the book Interior Chinatown, and I was the executive producer and showrunner of the show.
When I first read the script, I was like, this is probably the best pilot I've ever read. And then I read the book, and I read it in like one sitting, 6 hours, and I'm not the fastest book reader. I just totally related to it as an Asian American, as somebody in the industry that has struggled with, my identity, being stuck in the background, and also it was just an entertaining story.
I started writing it right as everything shut down for COVID. After about a year and a half, Taika agreed to direct the pilot.
It took a year and a half for me to agree. I just loved the story, and I loved the world that Charles had created, and I really wanted to be a part of it. I don't like missing out on cool things, and I felt like this would have been one of those things I would regret not being involved in, and also it spoke to me on levels that were quite important to me and aligned with my sensibilities, and that's to do with minorities and telling their stories, feeling like we're in the background of other people's lives.
It's really Chinese boxes, Russian dolls, Another box is another box, another doll is another doll, right? And that's the beauty of the show. It keeps the audience on its toes.
I think as an actor, I had to focus on just Willis's journey. Like, it's Charlie's job to create the theme, the world, and everything, and Willis lives in it. And there's already so much to do. I had to do kung fu, I had to do comedy, I had to do drama. I had to ground the character because he's also the audience's POV.
I think Fatty's philosophy represents this idea in America of staying in your lane, not pandering to an outside world that doesn't want you, and finding happiness there and being unambitious in that. Through his inability to be anything less than authentically himself, he finds a lot of success. And he finds success in his world by, in his point of view, he's not pandering to white people, even though he's serving them. He's like, look at these white people, I'm able to take the money just by being myself and without compromising anything, in his opinion. And so he contrasts that to Willis, who he feels is pandering. And so these two ways of kind of succeeding in America, right? That Willis represents one philosophy and Fatty represents the other.
My character, I think in particular, also is cognizant of which dangers lie outside the borders of Chinatown. And I'm trying to keep everybody kind of contained and safe.
As a character, I think Lana's challenge was she is constantly doing her best to kind of keep up with this version of herself that she has just created. Being this nomadic kind of, yeah, I've done this and I've done that, whatever, like this is how I am. She's kind of this bohemian person, but I think that she kind of used that as a mask to kind of feel lost in her identity. You start realizing how much you do that in your own life, and you start, there's so many parallels.
Jimmy O Yang is an amazing actor, and Chloe Bennett, and they have to carry so much of this world, but us fading into the background kind of does free you up just to be like the trope of the procedural person, and just say your lines in a cool way and then go home.
I think Green is like, hey dude, I need you to help me stay where I'm at, because I like where I'm at.
It's just so real to real life also. Okay. Because I do mostly comedy, and this was like my first kind of dramatic thing, and I really leaned hard on you to keep me be like, stay with me. We're partners, right? I'm doing a good job, right? And that's kind of how my character is. And then Sullivan's character is really the one that's kind of just like having fun with it and is like, whatever, let's do whatever we want.
Going after my own thing.
Yeah.
And she's like, whoa, let's
we have to do it right.
Hey.
The big fight in the restaurant. I had lots and lots of fun. That was probably the most fun I'd had shooting anything for probably a year and a half.
Yeah, well, that's great to hear. I loved watching Taika direct those sort of tender moments with Willis and his mom, and also the scene, the very emotional scene with Willis and his father.
Yeah, Taika's great. He is equal part brilliant with directing the actors in the drama, brilliant in finding really cool, beautiful shots, brilliant with the fight scenes, of course, but also so funny. Taika would just like pitch us lines and like kind of improvise with us almost, or help us, guide us to a funnier place.
It's so like taken back by how thought-provoking and powerful, but also using humor as the vehicle to usher forward, his narrative. But then I thought, how am I here? Because we got Jimmy, we got Ronnie, and then I realized after a discussion with John Lee, who's one of our executive producer directors, like, actually, I'm in a drama. They're in a comedy, right? And so to be able to stitch, and after we had that discussion, I understood it. I understood my character, I understood the place in the world.
He's awesome. I've known Taika for a while, so to actually, like as friends, so to work with him, it was more like, oh, it's funny to see you at work. That's funny. So that was cool. And also he's just a genius and is very...
free. He's very free.
He's very free.
I've never seen someone more creative. I aspire to be as free creatively as he is on set. He's just, his ideas flow and he's not scared about expressing it.
He's so fun. He just infuses everything with so much energy, really loud music, push-ups.
One of those directors where you say the name and you go, oh, I know what the tone of the show is going to be. So it's cool to like come into this knowing kind of what you were in for. Sure.